And then, you can't take a metal butter knife on a plane unless you're in first class, in which case they give you a metal fork and a butter knife and a glass to drink your wine in. It's like, it's just so classist and so institutionalized in the most negative way of every institution. Anyway, it's sad because I love flying, and I still have sort of a science fiction love. The airports are kind of cool, science fiction in the present, and yet I just can't enjoy it anymore. But I'm going home, and it's always nice going back to Hawaii. Cheers. Well, I'm in Hawaii now, but not on the right island. I'm on the wrong island. I want to add to that video yesterday, and I didn't rewatch it, but I know people make wrong assumptions. So I want to be specific. Now, the people in airports that you work with, the TSA people, they're friendly. If anything, they've gotten friendlier since the big higher up and that there's more of them. I don't know. They pull in more just regular people that want to work, not necessarily drawn to being some sort of authoritarian. And they seem to want to get you through there, and they're very friendly. And they remind you things, and if you leave something. And I found that to be generally true in the few airports that I travel through. And, you know, uh, the same thing all around. All the people, if you call the airlines or you're dealing with the airlines or there's some sort of an issue, they will help you, and they're friendly. That's the thing. That's the thing. A system of people. The system has a character of its own, and that's the whole institutionalized part. And the airline industry globally is the linchpin of the material modern reality of the global economy, the global culture. It's the material structure of that, okay? Something like the internet and the phone system, that the fact that that's global, that also ties us together, a lot, really, even more so you could say, but it relies on us getting around, you know? It's like, the global shipping environment is crucial to development. The United States was able to develop, technology at a time when we couldn't even calibrate our own machines. In the early 20th century, in the 19th century, we would send, they would send high-tech machines to Europe to get calibrated and send them back. So it's that shipping environment, okay. But then on top of that, the fact that we can move the people around that have to do organizing and have to get there and run that equipment, that and do that rapidly, that's the planes, and the fact that we all are getting experience with other parts of the world and we're all becoming much more world travelers. I mean, I don't world travel that much, but you get, one or two trips. It seems like a lot of people I meet have trips to really cool places. We're all much more in touch with other parts of the world, because even if each one of us only is one, or some of us never traveled from home, but I mean, we have a neighbor that has gone to India, that kind of connectivity, it adds up. Okay, and then on top of that, you have these other communication infrastructures. So to really a level of sort of the kind of what should be middle class in the world, where everybody can use the plane system, at least every once in a while, a few times in their life, to go someplace interesting or go see family, or do some business. That should be accessible to all of us, and it isn't quite now, but it's still pretty amazing, how accessible it is to how many different people. And it's so our world relies on this. And, the institutionalization complaint is about these rules. And also the people I blame are really only the people who change those rules and don't. I don't even blame as much people that made a lot of these rules. There's various reasons and ideas and cultural history, and judging why the idea was made is interesting insofar as it tells us what idea to make next, or which part of the idea that might be hard to take but is necessary. But anyway, yeah. But all the other complaints, they stand. It's a system. It's a system. It's an institution of flying has just been destroyed, and it's bearable because you can get to where you're going. It serves its functional purpose, but I swear it's a symptom of what's wrong. Making travel convenient, comfortable, and decent is a part of civilization. I think every successfully, peaceful and pleasant kind of place will get that down pat. And that's why Asia, in a lot of ways, to me, leads the world, and we're going to end up going in an Asian direction. If we don't have Western alternatives, and including especially an American alternative attitude um, towards travel, yeah, we're going to lose the people that know how to make their trains run on time with enough seats and comfortable and enjoyable. Um, we'll lose to, to a culture that knows how to do that, and gladly, because we'll want to ride on their trains. We'll be like, yeah, I'll learn Japanese, just make my train on time and don't treat me like cattle. That'd be nice. So anyway.